Welcome back, everybody. We are Beyond Movies. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. We haven't been here in a while. I'm pretty sure I've made that rhyme before, but we're back. We're coming back consistently. We got some good stuff to talk about, so that's why we're here. Don't shake your head like that, or I'll slap you. I'll slap you.
Slap a pickle, mate.
Anyway, Kyle, what is our first topic today?
It is The Last of Us Season 2. First episode is out, and we're just going to give our general thoughts. Spoiler free, I guess.
Nah, it's out. Spoilers. TV's a lot different from films. Yeah, TV's very different from films.
Okay, it's not because it's because of just a character that I didn't. I'm saying spoilers. I'm just saying because there's something in here I think it can be considered quite spoilery to what happens.
Well, I'm saying spoilers, and I'd also say spoilers for the game as well, because I think it's disingenuous for us to speak about it when we know what happens in the game as well, because we'd be sat here going, wonder what's going to happen next week. When I think we very well know what's going to happen next week.
Okay, so we won't do spoilers for the game, of course, but we'll get into whatever we get into on here.
Yeah.
Just
we might spoil some because
potentially, yeah. Just a heads up, anyways. If you haven't seen it, it's out. Go watch it. It's on. If you're looking to watch it, it's on Now TV in the UK.
Sky.
It's on Max or Sky. Yeah, now it's called Now though. But yeah, it's on HBO if you're in America. So go watch it and then watch our video.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's so fresh in your mind. So what do you think? Because you just watched it.
Oh, we are. I love that. We've got that 5-year time jump. I love that it feels like an episode 1 again. I also love that we start with Abby. Just something I want to point out right at the end of the episode, because I'm a nerd for shit like this. When Caitlin Dever's name popped up at the end, it said guest starring. She wasn't a series regular like all the other cast. So I'm assuming we might not be getting a lot of Abby this season. We'll probably get like 1, 2, or 3 episodes maybe with Abby in. But yeah, just because of that guest starring thing. But I think that was the perfect way to start it. After the aftermath of what Joel did, then take us to Jackson 5 years later. Bella is great as always. A lot of people were giving a shit like they were giving a shit leading into the first season. She don't look like Ellie. I don't care if she looks like Ellie. Does she act good? Hell yeah, she acted good. And I thought she was great in this as well. The chemistry with whoever played Dana, Isabella Merced. I thought them two were great together. And I really loved their chemistry. Didn't get a lot of Joel and Ellie scenes together. But, hopefully next episode we get some more. But maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll say this. When I messaged you, Colin, this morning, I was like, they've expanded something here, and I'm not sure if I like it because it's kind of like, I can't really say because it'll just spoil it. But
say it.
The fact that they've already shown Abby, and I get kind of why, so we can see it through her eyes. But it's still one of those things of like, it takes away the shock value of it, because if we just introduced Abby like it was done in the games and the event that happens, I think it'll be a little bit more shocking, because we don't know the intentions in the game until it happens, whereas now we know the intentions of
I would say 60% of the people watching the show know what happens. No, do you know what I want, actually? Because there's a lot of people watching this who haven't played the game. I've probably over-exaggerated a bit there. But I think it's important that we see it through Abby's eyes.
I get that, and that's where I'm like, this could be a strength for it. I just need to see it play out, and then I'll know how I feel about it. And if anything, like they did with the first season where they expanded on things, I think it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they did a good job here of expanding it, and in some cases, like making me love the shows adaptation of the story more than the game. You know, I love the game. Well, I wouldn't say I love the game. I really enjoy it. I don't hype it up as much as people typically do. But the show for me is definitely, if I had to say which one was better, I'd say the show does it better.
I'd choose show over the game any day.
Yeah, it's got the benefit of hindsight. You can tell that the writers really care about it because the writers came from the game and they came over and help do the show as well. And you got the benefit of hindsight with that. It's just retelling the story, but with a lot more content. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Now look, it looks like we're going to be getting into some crazy stuff next week. The little cordyceps in the
Pipe.
in the drainage. When they were first fucking around with that at the beginning of the episode and was like pulling it out, I was like, they're crazy. Don't fucking touch that.
Mm.
And yeah.
I was thinking that as well. I was like,
they're definitely
don't touch that.
Yeah. They're definitely expanding on what they did in the game, which is great, which I think we've always said.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna expand on it. So and they've done that and they're leading into that, and they didn't do what I thought they were gonna do. So I'm quite happy about that as well. Because I thought we were going to get like an hour and a half long episode straight into it and then leave us with that bomb. But no, they aren't. I think it's worse for the people who know what's coming, making us wait for it more. Like at the end of every episode, just be like, oh, it did happen, yeah.
Yeah,
it's coming. Look.
I'll be honest, it didn't seem like I didn't expect it to happen because there's there's some bits there.
When it started, I didn't expect it to happen.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's definitely gonna happen. And again, we don't want to spoil it for anybody, so we won't go into it any deeper. But just get ready for the second episode. But overall, I agree with you, Callum. As a rating for this episode, I think it was great. It was really cool seeing Ellie's character grow and how she got so confident in going in these buildings, taking on these clickers. We get a little bit more just of this world as well. We kind of slowly drip back into it, and there's some points in this first episode that I'm really looking forward to them exploring it further. But yeah, so far, fucking thumbs up for me. A solid, I think it's like a solid 9 out of 10, I think, or even a 10 out of 10 for the episode.
I'd say a solid 9 to start off with. One of my favourite moments happens at the end when that guy calls Ellie and Dean the slur, and then out of nowhere, Joel just fucking comes in and just boom.
Yeah,
and it's very interesting because they're living in a time of where the world went to shit in 2003, I believe, in the show, even though it's 2013 in the game, 2003 in the show, and then it's 2029 now that it says on the banner, but the world would have gone through a completely different thing socially. So the fact that, what he said in his head is early 2000s acceptable. People were saying that shit all the time. So, and a nice little observation there as well that I thought were not, I don't want to say cool, but it shows you what time we're living in. It shows you that as well when she picks up the magazine. What did you think of the stalker? Were they in the game?
I've only played Last of Us Part 2 once. I've only played it through once.
I've only played it half.
Yeah, I think it is. I think I recall having to deal with something very quick. I'm not trying to gimmick it here and say all zombies game, and things like that, all zombie-esque things have these different variants of their zombies, but it is a very common thing to have a stalker-esque zombie, so I think so. But the way they showed it and the way it sort of, because you go from, being confident with taking out a clicker, and then you go to, oh shit, what the why is this not running for me kind of thing. And I thought that was really interesting to see.
Yeah, when it backed up, I was like, ooh, wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. But overall, great start, and I can't wait to just continue the rest of it. We're getting season 3. Oh, there's Zara.
Get out of the shot! Get out of the shot!
Get out! The camera just kitchen. Automatically went to you.
I was just
That's fine. But yeah, we'll get on to our next topic anyways.